Hi foodies, today let's learn how to make Jamaican meat loaf, which is a tasty treat on the beautiful island. The first step in making this delicious meatloaf is to add 1/4 cup of warm coconut milk to a bowl. Add ½ tablespoon sugar and 2 teaspoons active yeast. Stir it all together. Cover the mixture and allow the yeast to activate. The yeast is activated once the mixture is frothy and foamy. While the yeast activates, work on the dry ingredients. In a bowl, add 4 cups all-purpose flour. All the ingredients are in the description box. Add 3 teaspoons salt and whisk together. Add 1/4 cup sugar and whisk it together. For the next steps you can use your hand or you can use a mixer with a dough hook. Add the flour to the mixer. To the flour add 1/3 cups melted butter. Add 1 egg. Next, add the yeast mixture that has activated. Turn your mixer speed to low. Mix until the dough comes together. Once the dough comes together, you can turn the speed to medium. While mixing the dough, remember to pause and use a spatula to scrape down the sides. This will allow everything to come together. After the dough comes together, oil your hands and remove the dough from the mixer. Get a glass bowl and brush it with some oil. Form a large ball with the dough and place it in the glass bowl. Brush some oil on top of the dough ball. Cover this with saran wrap and let it proof for 45 minutes to 1 hour. The dough is ready when it has doubled in size. While the dough proof, get your ingredients together to make the filling. The first ingredient in making the filling is 1 cup of breadcrumbs. Add 1 cup of water to the breadcrumbs. Blend it to make a smooth liquid. This will help to thicken the filling. Next you will need a fry pan. To the fry pan add some cooking oil and 1 pound of ground beef. Brown the ground beef. Add 2 cubes of beef seasoning. You can also use some oxtail seasoning. Add ½ teaspoon ground allspice. Add black pepper to taste. Next you will add your vegetables. 1/4 minced red bell pepper, 1 green onion diced, 1 small onion chopped in small pieces, 1 tablespoon green seasoning. Add some habanero peppers. Make it as spicy as you like. Add some minced fresh thyme. Fresh thyme will add more flavor than dry thyme. Cook the beef and the vegetables until the meat is no longer red. Next add the breadcrumb and water mixture. The thickness of the filling will depend on how much of the breadcrumb water mixture that you add. Add some soy sauce. Then add some browning. Then add some grace fish and meat sauce or add some oyster sauce. Picker pepper sauce is also a good choice. Mix it all together. Add some water if you need. Add more browning if you need the filling to have a darker color. You can also briefly pulse the filling in a food processor. Let the filling cool. While the filling cool, punch the dough to deflate it and get rid of the air. The best way to make this meat loaf is to make the filling the day before you make the dough. That will ensure that you have a filling that is already cooled. Punch the dough down and remove it from the bowl. Remove the dough from the bowl and knead it. Knead the dough for about 5 minutes. Next, cut the dough into 8 or 10 pieces. You can make the meat loaf big or small. It is all up to your taste. The dough is cut into 8 pieces. Oil your hands so that the dough doesn't stick. Then it is time to form some balls out of the dough. Take one of the 8 pieces of dough and roll it into a ball. Once all of the pieces are rolled, let them rest for about 8 minutes. Keep the dough balls covered. Use your rolling pin to flatten the dough balls. The next step is to put your cooled down filling in the center. Do not overfill the dough with filling. Leave some space at the edges, and then wet your fingers with some water. Rub your wet fingers around the edges. Once you've added the water to the edges, fold the dough over. You can seal the edges with a dough crimper or you can use a fork. Here, a pastry crimper is used to seal the dough. Remember, you can also use a fork. Heat your oven to 375 degrees. For color, brush the meatloafs with some milk. You can also brush them with some melted butter. Place the meatloafs onto a baking tray and bake for 25 to 30 minutes. After 25 or 30 minutes, remove the meatloafs from the oven. Let the meatloafs cool down and brush them with some melted butter. The butter will keep the loaves moist and nice and prevent them from drying out. Guys, this is what the inside of the meatloaf looks like. Nice and flavorful. This meatloaf is soft, and the outside is glossy. The meat on the inside is flavorful. A beautiful Jamaican treat that you will absolutely love. These are looking amazing. These delicious meatloafs can be stored in the fridge for up to 5 days and reheat whenever you like. You can also freeze these amazing meatloafs. Guys, give this recipe a try, you will absolutely love these. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.